even though you've got that person who's sort of a legacy person, like Greg said, AOC was able to win. I think people want the change. I think we
Absolutely.
want it within our own party as much as we want to flip districts. And I think you've got a really good shot if you keep plugging away. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I think I'm tired of just hearing like that this is the way it is, or there's no way that could happen. Says who?
Yeah.
If we always stuck with things the way they are, we'd be writing on tablets. Actually, we wouldn't be writing at all.
Yeah.
We die at like 28. I'd have 2 more years to live.
Yeah. Well, that might be happening now because we do have an HHS that's being completely dismantled.
Yeah,
So
also, we're probably close to, assassinations by the state.
yeah, yeah. I think definitely our life expectancy is going to be going downhill quick. So we'll see what happens there with Americans. Greg, do you have anything else?
I talk a little bit like just big picture now. Like, let's say you win and you go to Washington.
Mhm.
What is it that you hope to do most of all? Like, in a not in a little bit, in a big picture way. Like, what's your vision, I guess, for the future? Because one of the things that I think could potentially be a positive, to counteract what I said in the second segment, I think that this could be the catalyst for really meaningful reform in the way that our politics works and the way that our government works, to make it more of a democracy and make more people have share in more things. So you could be going into Congress potentially at a time when lots of change in a positive way could happen. So
Well,
what would you like to see happen
do you mean before or after Trump?
after Trump? After Trump?
Okay, if we get through Trump and we still have elections, and I'm not being dramatic there,
No.
No, 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 not
um,
at all.
I look, the thing is we can't just have a majority. We need a majority within that majority that is pushing for progressive change
Yes.
rather than just having squeaking by and then having a bunch of people that are like, well, we need to compromise. You don't need to compromise on basic human rights. You do not need to compromise on just like existence. One of our issue points on our website is basic existence. We don't need bipartisanship there if it means making basic existence worse. Um,
So you're
so
talking life, liberty, pursuit of happiness.
exactly, not
Yeah.
just surviving, but thriving. And
Nice.
so we're past Trump. We have, a Democratic president. We need a majority of the majority that wants to make like FDR era change. Big social programs, reinstating any funding that Trump cut with, expansions for, lost jobs, um, scientific research, health, aid. This is ridiculous how we are cutting everything that makes living even somewhat easier in a country that is so hard to live in while enriching billionaires. Um, if we can do that, I would love to see a time where, this sounds so simple, but I mentioned this in my launch ad. Um, you should be able to afford housing, groceries, and healthcare and still have money left over. You should be able to save some of it and then you can spend some on going to the movies or taking your kids to the zoo. Like that is my vision that every single American can do that. And it sounds so simple, but I think what a lot of people miss is we don't really have like this middle or even upper middle class. If you can't miss like 1 or 2 paychecks without feeling severe stress, you are the working class. And so that's not just coal miners and like guys at the car factory anymore. That's gig workers. That's the service industry. That's,
Yeah.
Amazon delivery drivers. Every single one of those people deserves to be able to afford housing, groceries, and healthcare with money left over. And that's the vision.